Hello and welcome to Southside News Today. I'm Chuck Vipperman. It's Wednesday, March 24th. Southside News Today is brought to you by Shanks Associates, engineers, surveyors, and planners, the Chatham Star Tribune, and by Guns, Gear, and Ammo, Route 58 Cascade. Danville planners getting ready to draw up regulations for a new zoning district that will include the new Caesars Virginia Casino at the former Dan River Mills site in Schoolfield. However, some city leaders want to be careful they're not too restrictive. Danville Board of Zoning Appeals Chairman Gus Dyer says the existing smokestacks should not limit the height of this mega casino.
And while I appreciate the iconic nature of the smokestacks, I feel like that this is sort of an arbitrary restriction on this project before it gets started. You have an 80-acre site, and I would say that there are plenty of places on that site where you could build a structure higher than the smokestacks that would not negatively impact the smokestacks.
Dyer's also worried about potential sign restrictions. He wants planners to work with the casino to make sure the new zoning designation would not hamper development. Planners will hold a public hearing on the proposed regulations next month. In addition to that casino, Caesars Virginia will include multiple restaurants and bars, a hotel with 300 four-star rooms, also included a 35,000-square-foot conference center, a 2,500-seat live entertainment venue, a pool, and a spa. Plans call for 1,300 full-time jobs once it's full speed. Governor Ralph Northam says we're making big strides battling COVID here in the Commonwealth. At a press conference today, Northam said that more than 2 million people in Virginia are at least halfway vaccinated, with 1 million fully vaccinated. That's largely due to some mega clinics they've opened.
Last week, mass vaccination clinics opened in Danville and at Virginia State University in Petersburg. And we're opening one today in Prince William County.
Virginia ranks 8th in the nation in doses administered per population. And he says the other numbers are on their way down.
Our percent positivity is around 5.6%, down from 17% in early January. And we're seeing fewer hospitalizations, less ICU admissions, less need for ventilators for COVID than we've seen since last October.
With so many shots being dished out, Northam says Virginia is running ahead of schedule in opening up vaccine eligibility to everyone.
As more vaccine supply is coming to Virginia, we're moving pretty quickly through our priority populations, and we expect it's a matter of weeks before we can open it up to anyone who wants to be vaccinated.
Northam's also announcing a cutback on crowd restrictions. As of April 1st, social gatherings will be restricted to 50 people inside, 100 people outside. For entertainment and sports, 500 people will be allowed at indoor events, a limit of 30% capacity at outdoor events. Well, for the second year in a row, an iconic local event is being canceled because of the pandemic. Organizers today announced that the Festival in the Park, set for May 15th through 17th, will not happen this spring. Board President Jason Buchheimer says the lingering pandemic creates a tough environment for them to provide a safe event. Right now, the guidelines would not allow for large group gatherings in Virginia, and he says they have no way of knowing if larger groups will be allowed in time for the event. Organizers are planning to offer other entertainment opportunities, and they've already begun planning for the 2022 Festival in the Park. Parents and teachers at Schoolfield Elementary are asking the Danville School Board to not remove their longtime principal, especially not this late in the school year, and this soon before his retirement. Everett Johnson has been transferred from his principal's post to a position with the new Virtual Academy for students who want to use distance learning, effective immediately. Brooke Davis's child attends Schoolfield. She says that's a waste of a fine principal.
Over the past 7 years, I have seen this man go above and beyond. He cares for these students, these teachers, his staff, parents. He cares for them genuinely. I have seen him take children who people would think were a lost cause, mentor them, guide them, because he actually believed in them.
Dr. Sheila Robinson says Johnson is the perfect fit for Schoolfield, and moving him now would have an impact on the students.
For the children have experienced desperate defaults for gun violence, the constant Mr. Johnson. Parents incarcerated, the one constant in their life, Mr. Johnson. And for many of our children, the dominant role, the dominant person in their life, and the only person has been Mr. Johnson.
Johnson has worked with the Danville school system for 40 years. Well, just a week after the Danville Otterbots were born, the teams announced their first ever manager. Former Major Leaguer Desi Relaford will skipper the Bots. He spent 11 seasons with 7 different teams in the majors, including 5 years with the Philadelphia Phillies. Relaford, a .243 career hitter. His best year was 2001 when he batted .302 with 8 homers for the Mets. Relaford was the classic utility player. He played every position except first and catcher. The Otterbots opened their inaugural season in the new Appalachian Summer Wood Bat League on June 3rd. Well, it's now official. A Danville institution is back. The new owners of the Mayflower on Riverside Drive confirmed Tuesday they are soon to be open for business. They'll begin accepting applications for servers, cashiers, and hostesses on Friday. Armando Mata and Marcos Duarte are opening the restaurant. They already own the Mayflower in Madison, North Carolina. The popular Mayflower, with its prominent top-of-the-hill location, shut down more than a year ago. It reopens just as 2 other Danville seafood restaurants opened their doors, the new Red Crab in the Riverside Shopping Center and Captain Cook's on Piney Forest Road. Let the competition begin. Let's keep on the positive side with today's Live Positive. Here's Dr. Joey Fawcett.
I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett, coaching you to live positive and increase your positivity with greater joy in your life so that you make a life worth living. What do you understand? A second grader came home from school and said to her mother, "Mom, guess what? We learned how to make babies today." Well, you can imagine that the mother was more than a little bit surprised, thinking that she should have at least signed some sort of paperwork stating the teacher could offer this kind of information. And she thought, isn't second grade a little early? But she kept her cool anyway and said, "That's interesting, honey. How do you make babies?" "It's simple," the little girl said. "You just change the Y to I and add ES. Amazing, isn't it? How you think you know what someone is talking about and you really don't. That's why listening to life is such a vital part of your live positive lifestyle. You assume you know what someone means and oftentimes don't. So be like this mom and listen a little bit longer and discover what your coworker or family member really means. Keep your ears, your heart, and your mind open as you live positive and make a life worth living today. Coaching you to live positive today, I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett.
Thanks, Dr. Joey, and that is a look at Southside News Today. I'm Chuck Vitterman. Southside News Today, a courtesy of Shanks Associates, engineers, surveyors, and planners, the Chatham Star Tribune, and by Guns, Gear, and Ammo, Route 58 Cascade. I'm Chuck Vitterman. Have a great day.